Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Manolin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to my Twin Flame and Soulmates channel. We're going to do a no contact reading for you today for all signs, a collective love reading for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of. I'm going to be calling in my spirit guides. We'll do a fully channeled message, see what your person's thinking and feeling, what messages spirit has for you today. I will be using some initials as well. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, I call upon you. I ask that you guide us with loving messages for the person that we're thinking of. What does our person want us to know? What does Spirit, what do you need us to hear? What do you want us to know? I am listening for you now. I have distractions, temptations, always busy. Kept you waiting. Okay, this feeling of they didn't have time for you. Either this sense of, it's starting out with spirits trying to remind you maybe why we're not with this person to begin with. But it is a feeling of they kept you waiting, or you weren't first, or that their time, their priorities they came first over yours. So when you feel like you're not first, that really after a while gets old. Spirit, please share with me. Excuse me. I have deuces, fed up, cutting ties, walking away. Okay. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this. I don't want to put the effort into it anymore. I'm sick and tired. Sick and tired of it. Okay, the cycle, I'm over it. Yeah, sometimes we get to a point where we are just so tired of the games. And we just are tired of saying the same thing over and over and over again. So right now I feel like, can you love somebody and still be upset with them and still want them back, but still be angry and still be not happy with the behaviors? Yeah, we have all these mixed feelings is what's going on. So it's, you start to question yourself, like, why do I want this person back if they were doing these things to me or they treated me this way? Because you love them and you like having them in your life. Spirit, please share with me. I'm over it. I like that. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Toxic people, addictions, bad advice, wrong crowd. So was there something interfering with this person? Was it that their behavior, drinking too much, drugs, of course, sexual addictions, they're saying, anything that would have prevented this connection from just being, kind of going through the difficulties of life without something major being added to it. So maybe it was something that we just couldn't handle. Like, you've got to change. You've got to work on something. So let's see what the cards are saying. Spirit, no contact. What is my person thinking and feeling at this time? This feeling of I'm over it. I have a Two of Swords. I have Temperance. I have an Ace of Cups. Okay. And I have a Four of Pentacles. So I feel like, and I'm not sure why this person is putting up their guard. It's almost as if they are afraid of rejection, that maybe if they made a choice to come back, that you would reject them, and they want to be in control of like who decides whether we're in this relationship or not. But I do have hope. I will say that the Ace of Cups and the Temperance are kind of talking to me. It is, the feelings are still there, and I haven't stopped loving you, but I'm putting my guard up. I'm trying to make some decisions for myself. A little bit of a don't push me energy. You got to wait for this person to come back around. I have an Empress. I have a Three of Wands. And I have a 6 of Swords. So I have to tell you, I do feel like this person did see a future with you. And I'm sure that they have promised you that we have a future together. You're the person that I want to have a family with. You're the person that I'm making a big mess here. You're the person that I want to be with. So right now, it's just a matter of, I'm afraid that you've moved on. This person doesn't want to be rejected. I don't know if you told them you needed a break. If you told them you needed a break and they're trying to come back, it's very much a feeling of, I'm just so afraid of rejection. But this is, I really thought that I had a future with you. So you must have talked about it. You must have said, I definitely want a future with you also. So they're saying times were good. There were a lot of really good times. So it's not like everything about this connection wasn't working. Otherwise, you wouldn't want them back. But it is a feeling of they don't want to be rejected. Is that their insecurity? Fears of abandonment? I have a Tower. Excuse me. I think they're really afraid of losing you forever. So there is definitely a sense of abandonment. There's a sense of rejection. And I think that they're having a hard time struggling with that. And I know that you say, you know what, if they're grown up, but it could be, you know, what if I come back and I express my feelings and you still don't want me? You still say no. I have a 3 of Pentacles and a Page of Pentacles. It came into me as the word effort, that we were a good team. We do make a good team, and I'm willing to try to put in the effort with that page. Like, that page to me is always hopeful. King of Swords. Can we just talk? Bottom of the deck. Can we just talk? So there is a part of me that's saying, they just said we've been through so much. So this isn't, maybe this isn't the first time we've been here. And that's what's the hardest part. And it's like, I just can't do it. That's why, what did they say? I'm so over it. And that could be you. I'm so over it. I'm just so over the games. I'm so over the fake apologies. I'm just so over it. Spirit, what can we do? Let's get some initials. Let's do first initials, last initials. Maybe we'll get their whole name, and then we'll continue with some feelings, because right now I'm getting the sense of, I do want to talk to you, but I'm afraid you're going to push me away, that you're not going to listen to what I have to say, or accept me, or really forgive me, or, you know, just they think that it's like a waste of their time to try to chase you again. I have the letter L. I have a Y. The letter T. I have an O. I have an A. I have a D. I have a G. I have a J, C, the letter P, E, an N, and a Q, and let's get one more. I have a V. Okay, so some of you that might connect to, let me know if that connects to you. Spirit, I need to know. I need to know what this person is feeling and thinking. So it really, while I was flipping the letters, it was very much a feeling of, you know, this is it feels like a DM, a divine masculine, is avoiding their truth. And what I mean by that, it was this sense of, what do I want? What is my future? Where am I headed? You know, and if they can't answer some of those questions for themselves, then they're having a hard time answering those questions to include you. And that was like, they've got to figure out like, what's their truth? What's their soul telling them to do? And they've got to know that about themselves first. So they have to almost find themselves. They have to figure out what it is that they want, because you can't make them happy and you can't change them. You can't fix them. Spirit, please share with me. There's a magnetic attraction. I find you irresistible. So it doesn't feel like I'm lying to you. It doesn't feel like I have lots of other things going for some of you. Maybe we do, but I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that I'm struggling with a third party as much. I'm feeling like somebody's trying to find themselves and what it is that they want for their own future. So this person has to figure out their feelings. Again, you can't fix them, but there's still attraction there, a mystery. That's coming into me as they've just been keeping those feelings. I feel like you have a true avoidant, that they have held back their feelings to the point where all of a sudden one day they announce that they're not happy. And you're like, what are you talking about? So you had no indication that they weren't happy, you weren't happy or not happy, or where you stood or what was happening. So it was always this sense of like, I don't know where I stand. And that was probably very frustrating for you. They're asking you to please don't chase this person. This person, you will push them further away. And they are expecting you to chase them. They are expecting, because that's what everybody does to make them feel good. They've grown up that way, that, oh, so-and-so isn't happy, so mommy goes over to so-and-so, what can I do to make you happy, honey? What do you need? And, you know, they're used to that. They're used to people like coddling to them or appeasing them. And right now they're just waiting for you to say, I can't, I miss you. I need to see you. Don't you miss me? You know, what can I do to fix it? And, you know, you're just not going to do that, because this person has to sit with their feelings, and they have to sit with the pain that you're not chasing them, that their actions have consequences, or that them not sharing their feelings with you has created a chain reaction of you that you deserve to be with somebody who does. So the best thing you can do for yourself is, you know, sit on your hands. Do not dial that phone. Do not text. Even when you want to, make somebody take your phone away. So do not. I know we get weak and we just want to hear their voice and we just want them to respond. Even if you text them and you say, are you okay? That's what they're expecting. No, just assume that they're a big boy or a big girl. They're okay. They're fine. They've got to feel the pain that they are hurting. Ghosted, disappeared, ignored, just walked away. You deserve more. You deserve more respect. So this feeling of, you know, just this ghosting energy, I really don't know where ghosting came from. I mean, it's so rude. It's just like, it's so easy to just walk out of somebody's life and not give them an explanation that you just aren't happy or they want to see other people. I mean, it's like, you know, no respect whatsoever. So, you know, that's a true person who's totally has, you know, very low self-esteem for themselves. A storm warning, obstacles. You may have seen some flags. You may have ignored your intuition, and spirit could be saying, hey, You saw this coming. You saw that they were shutting down, that they didn't respond, that they disconnected. You would say, I love you. They wouldn't say anything back, or they'd say, thank you. Oh, thanks. It's like, what about me? How do you feel about me? So right now I feel that you've got to let this avoidant not get what they want. And what they want is for you to run after them and say, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to fix it? We can solve this. I can solve this. I can make you happy. No. They have to figure this out, and then they have to come back to you. If they're the ones that walked away, staring at their phone, absolutely. Waiting for a text. They're waiting for your text. That's just what I said. They think that you're going to chase them. They're waiting for you to call. And they're probably constantly looking at their phone. Maybe we've been here before. Maybe that's what you did the last time. We went a couple of days with not talking, and then you broke down, and all of a sudden they started getting those text messages. I miss you. I want you. What are you doing? Can't we talk? And so they're just waiting for you to break down, because it's almost as if they win. Because that's how they always get away. That's how an avoidant behavior is very consistent. That's the one thing we know about avoidance, is that since they were little, this is how they behave. That's how they were trained. That's how they were brought up. That's all they know. I have a commitment. I'm going to say, the thoughts of a commitment, the talking of a commitment probably scared them. If they know that that's something that you were looking for, are we going to live together? Where are we headed? What's my future? So they probably got very scared of that, because then they'd have to admit their feelings, and they'd have to admit that they weren't in 100% control of their life and their energy and everything around them, that there's somebody else controlling their feelings, so to speak. So the commitment was probably big, that they were scared. Children, responsibility of children. Maybe you have children, they don't, or vice versa. So maybe the responsibility of children is involved, and they're struggling with that. I'm trying to juggle, kids and work. I have a 9 of Wands. I have a Knight of Swords. I have a 10 of Cups. And I have an 8 of Swords. It's interesting, because the 8 of Swords, in this case, it's almost like Spirit's telling you to sit on your hands. Don't do anything. Hold yourself back. And they do want you to feel like you're trapped, in a sense, because they want you to trap yourself for the sake of yourself, for the sake of your future self. The 10 of Cups is the bottom line, is you want to be happy, and you think that you can be happy with this person, and you've seen glimpses of happiness with them. They loved you, or you felt like they loved you. You definitely know that you love them. And now you're just kind of waiting for them to charge back into your life and want to talk. They have to get to a place where they're hurting. I have a Knight of Wands. Bottom of my deck, I have a Justice card, and I have a Death card. So they're really afraid. They're definitely afraid of commitment. And they're wondering, can I change? Am I going to change? Am I going to get to the point where I can give you what you would want? So that is, I feel like, something going through their head. I also, I mean, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands is action. So do I think that they want you physically? Yes. They're probably missing you and craving you and obsessing over you. They're staring at their phone. They're waiting for you to call them. They're waiting for you to say, just come over. Just come over. We'll figure it out. We'll work on this, because I feel like we've done it before, or that's their expectation of, if you don't do that, then you don't really love them somehow. But this is action. So they're just waiting for you to make a move, and then they'll jump. So if you were to, buckle in and call them, they probably would come right over. But is that what you want? You want them to come to you, because they've got to realize that they have a part in this. And it's not about you kind of circling around them all the time and saying, how do I fix this? I'll do whatever makes you happy. Don't leave this connection. Like, you're not desperate. There's other people out there. This isn't the only person on the face of the earth. It's just that you have feelings for this person, and you have time invested into them, and you love them, and you would like to make it work, but not at the sake of you giving up your self-esteem or your confidence. Let's see what some of the feelings are. It is a little bit of a game of chicken, who's going to call first. But I just feel like they're constantly checking that phone, and they're just expecting, there's this expectation that it's going to be you. Let's see what some of the loving messages are. Give me back my heart. I know you don't care. So yeah, because you're not chasing them. You're not chasing them. You're not reaching out. So now all of a sudden they're the victim. They're the victim of, see, I told you, you don't really have feelings for me. They're not the victim. Together, we'll learn right from wrong. We have to stop playing these games. We have to be more open and honest. But one person might not be capable. You may be fighting a battle that you can't fight, because you can't teach somebody to have feelings. You can't teach somebody to express feelings. You can hope that, you leading by example, or that there's something inside of them that they want to try. But some people won't. They'll shut you out. They'll shut it off. They will avoid anything that's emotional, because it protects them somehow. It protects them from being hurt. So you might not be able to break through that. And then you have to ask yourself, is this the way I want to live? Do I really want to live with somebody that expects me to always be chasing them and appeasing them to, what can I do to make it better? That's not going to work in the long run. Spirit, please share with me. Your love is hot. Give me all you've got. They could be missing you physically. Okay, so they could be, you feel like they make love to you. It's passionate love making. We're really connected when we make love. Great. But what about the in-betweens, or the afters, or the befores? There has to be more. So you could miss them physically. They could be missing you physically, but it's not going to be enough. And it's not going to be enough to satisfy you in the long run. So we want to be careful that we don't just get back together because it just feels good. I fantasize about growing old with you. I thought we were going to grow old together. I thought that we were going to be there for each other. And maybe you did. Maybe you promised each other that. And maybe that's something that it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that this person still has some work to do. I want to make up now. Okay, pick up the phone. Call me. You've got my number. You know where I live. Come talk to me. Be a grown-up. I want to make up. I'm done acting like I don't care. So they've got to feel the pain. I hate to keep saying that, but this person has to miss you so bad that they can't take it a moment longer. And then that's when they come down. That's when they break through. That's when they admit their feelings. That's when they, cross over for maybe the first time in their life and admit to another human being that they have feelings for somebody. Spirit, please share with me. I just want to have fun. No, it's not going to be let's just hang out and sleep together and we'll figure it out. No. Do not let this person back for physical. Do not. I've been depressed. Okay, they're feeling the pain. I'm not hiding the connection for the wrong reasons. They're hiding this connection. Have they been hiding this connection? Did they tell friends? Did they tell family? I'm not ready to face the truth. What did I say earlier? Spirit had said to me, this DM is avoiding their truth. I'm not ready to face the truth. I'm not ready to commit. So it's the cards are basically saying what Spirit had said to me. So that feels good. At least it's confirming my messages. But I guess I'm more concerned for you right now. I think that I love when you give me space. I love when you give me space. It makes me miss you more. Is this a game for them? I want to see if it hurts. I want to see if I'm, when I'm not with you, how much I miss you, because then it's going to tell me how much I love you. I mean, that's pretty messed up if that's the case. So let's see what they're saying about time. Okay, right now I want you to sit on your hands, as hard as that could be. I don't want you to be the one that reaches out to them. I need this avoidant to feel their feelings and realize their own truth in order to even start to come back to you. You can't fix them. You can't heal them. You can't give them solutions anymore to how it can work. Spirit, time is of the essence. Please share with me any time elements. I have slowly but surely. Yeah, this person's a work in progress for sure. No, nobody's perfect. I get that. I have July and January came out at the same time. Could be birthday months. Patience. Spirit just said, take care of yourself. Continue your own path. Continue your own journey. Okay, that you don't have to wait for anybody. And if you choose to move on, you choose to move on. You don't stop living. You don't stop believing. You don't stop taking care of yourself while somebody else is figuring out their life. So just move on the best that you can. And if this is meant to be, then this person will find the reason to call and will take action. And that's really all we can do at this point is, just wait for them to see if they get up the courage, the nerve to find their truth. Find their truth. What did they say? Yeah, their truth and their feelings. And Spirit keeps saying you can't fix them. So this person's used to somebody else fixing the problems, coming up with their solutions. And this is the first time that you're probably calling them out on it and saying, I'm not doing it this time. You're on your own. You're a big boy. You're a big girl. And when you want to pick up the phone, you can call me. They can stare at their phone until they're blue in the face. It's not going to ring coming from you. So let's put this out into the universe. This is a hard one. You've got to be strong. You really do. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. I'm so grateful that you found this channel. Hit that like and subscribe, ring the bell. Claim it, own it, it's yours. If you don't know what to say, just wave and say hello. Post an emoji, heart, anything to let me know that you were here. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. And in the comments, I will put the links to my other 2 channels, my main channel and my Pick a Card channel, and my website link. Hang in there. Hang in there. You can do this. You're strong. We'll see you soon.